So this is the second sum in which we'll be finding only the number of teeth on all the gears. In this question, you will see that there are two compounded gear trains. Okay, so A is your driver. So A is rotating in clockwise direction. A is directly meshed with B. So because of the clockwise rotation of A, B starts rotating in anti-clockwise direction. B and C are compounded to each other. So B is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, C is also rotating in anti-clockwise direction. They are on the same shaft. Now B is meshing with this gear G. See, you can see this gear G. G is an internal gear. That means it has teeth on its internal side. So because of B, G is rotating. Okay, so because of A, B is rotating. Because of B, C is also rotating and G is also rotating. The difference is B is meshed with G and B is compounded with C. Because of the rotation of C, D is rotating. C and D are meshed together. Because of the rotation of D, E is rotating. As you can see, D and E are compounded together. That is, they are on the same shaft. And because of E, F is rotating. Okay, so we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 gears. Out of these 7 gears, only G is an internal gear. All other 6 are external gears. Okay, so what we have to find is the number of teeth on gear F and number of teeth on gear G. They have given us the other teeth. Okay. So I have drawn the diagram over here and I have written down the given data. So we have to find the number of teeth on F and number of teeth on G. They haven't given us the module of all these gears, but they have told us that the module is constant and equal to something. That is, the module of all these gears is equal to each other. To simplify this question, we can take that module is equal to 1. See, it is not compulsory to take module is equal to 1. You can take whatever value of module you like. If you like, you can keep the module as m only. In each and every equation, that m will get cancelled out because it will be on both the sides. So to simplify our calculations and to remove the efforts of cutting off m from both the sides, we will take m is equal to 1. This will make our equation, this will make our solving very easy. Okay, so we know the formula of module. Module is PCD, pitch circle diameter, upon number of teeth. Okay, this is for each and every gear. So as we have taken module is equal to 1, number of teeth becomes equal to the pitch circle diameter. See, this simplifies our work extremely. You can take module is equal to 2, module is equal to 3. That will just change the PCD's response with number of teeth. That is, PCD will then be equal to 2 times number of teeth or 3 times number of teeth. So it is better to take it as 1 when it is not given. Okay, so using this logic, we can find out the diameters of the various gears. For example, diameter of A becomes 40 mm because unit of module is always mm. Okay, so now if we find the diameter of F and diameter of G, because our module is 1, we can directly find the number of teeth on F and number of teeth on G. So this is what we are going to do. Now first we will start off with, say, diameter of G. If you look in this diagram, see, you can see this is the radius of G from this portion to this portion. This is your radius of G. Now radius of G can be broken down into two parts. This is radius of A plus diameter of B. So radius of G is equal to radius of A plus diameter of B. So we can write radius of G is equal to radius of A plus diameter of B. So what is radius of A? Radius of A is diameter of A divided by 2 plus diameter of B, which comes out to be 40 divided by 2 plus 20 is equal to 40. That is radius of G. So diameter of G becomes 2 times radius of G is equal to 2 into 40 is equal to 80 mm. Now because our module is 1, we have assumed our module to be 1, the number of teeth on G becomes very simply 80. Because module is 1, number of teeth is equal to PCD. So teeth on G becomes 80. The next thing that we have to find is the number of teeth on the gear F. Now to find the number of teeth on the gear F, we can, for example, like this only, we can first find the radius of F. Then using the radius of F, we can find the diameter of F. And because our module is 1, the diameter of F will be equal to the number of teeth on F. So that is how we are going to go. So if you want to find this radius of F, it is slightly difficult. Okay, but using simple geometry, you can see that you can divide this entire F thing, radius of F, into 3 different parts. You can divide this entire radius of F into 3 parts. What will be those 3 parts? See, first is this part, which is what? Which is from here, let us say from here to here. This is our first part. This first part is what? This is the diameter of C. From diameter of C, you have to subtract this part. So from diameter of C, you have to subtract this part and you have to add this part. Okay. So are you seeing what we have to do? So this part is diameter of C. This part, what is this part C? This part is diameter of A, sorry, radius of A plus radius of B minus radius of C. Okay, let us name these parts. Let this part be 1, this part be 2 and this part be 3. Okay, so the total radius of F is what? Length of part 2 plus length of part 1 minus length of part 3. Length of part 2 plus length of part 1. This complete is 1. This complete is 1 minus length of part 3. So length of part 2 is simple. Length of part 2 is what? It is diameter of gear C. What is length of part 1? Length of part 1 C. Length of part 1 is radius of A plus radius of B minus radius of C. Radius of A plus radius of B minus radius of C. So this becomes radius of A plus radius of B minus radius of C. And what is your length 3? See, length 3 is this much part. This is what? Radius of E minus radius of D. Radius of E minus radius of D. And that is, we have to subtract it. Radius of E minus radius of D. So our total radius of F can be given by this whole equation, which says diameter of C plus radius of A plus radius of B minus radius of C minus radius of E minus radius of D. Okay, so this is our equation. We can substitute these values. Diameter of C is given as 50. Radius of A will be half of 40. It will be 20. Radius of B will be half of 20. It will be 10. Minus radius of C will be half of 50. Minus radius of E will be 20. Radius of D will be 10. So this comes out as 50 plus 30 minus 25, 5 minus 10 is equal to 45. This is radius of F. So diameter of F becomes 2 times radius of F, which is equal to 90. And because module is equal to 1, the number of teeth on F also is equal to diameter of F, which is equal to 90. Okay, sorry. Number of teeth on F is equal to diameter of F, which is 90. So we have found out number of teeth on F, which is 90, and number of teeth on G, which is 80.